Hey, everybody. Hey. I know that I just got done being on tour, but there's some breaking news that is happening right now in the media world that I think everybody needs to know about. For those of you who watch this channel, y'all know that I am the media nerd of social media and I keep up with anything and everything. So Higher is Weighing Low is available, but either way, we are live on tour. You see the thumbnail, you know my voice, you know why we are here. So let me tell you how this iconic intro. You see the virtual tour background. Yes, you do hear virtual tour music. Yes, you do. And then there is me. So I just saw this as we were getting off of being on tour together here. So let me get this up for y'all. And let me turn this all the way up, child. Hang on. Let me turn this all the way up so y'all can hear it. Okay. Want y'all listen to this. This is exclusive from the Wall Street Journal. Here we go.
Comcast greenlights $7 billion spinoff of NBC Universal cable channels. New venture will house channels like E!USA and MSNBC, company to announce several leadership changes. By Amol Sharma. November 19, 2024. 6:41 p.m. Eastern Time. Comcast is expected to announce Wednesday that it is moving forward with a plan to spin off its NBC Universal cable TV networks, according to people familiar with the situation, acknowledging that it will be better off without a business that was once its crown jewel. The company, which last month said it was studying the idea, will separate off entertainment and news channels including MSNBC, CNBC, USA, Oxygen, Sci-Fi, and Golf Channel. Those assets generated about $7 billion in revenue in the 12 months ended September 30th. Bravo, known for reality TV programming such as The Real Housewives, will stay in the mothership, along with the Peacock streaming service and the NBC broadcast network, the People said. Comcast is betting that NBC Universal's remaining assets, including in broadcast TV, sports, movies, and theme parks, will be better positioned for growth, and that its strong balance sheet can absorb the loss of still healthy profits from cable networks. The new cable venture would likely need greater scale to thrive, media executives say. Comcast's leadership sees the potential for it to consolidate other networks across the dial over time. To hear the full story, subscribe or sign in.
Thank you so much. So that is breaking news here. Let me get y'all this here from CNBC here. Comcast will announce the spinoff of cable networks Wednesday. CNBC source says this just came out 2 hours ago. Comcast is moving forward with the spinoff of its cable networks, including CNBC, the cable network, MSNBC, their cable news channel, and the E network, according to people familiar with the matter. The spinoff is expected to take about a year. The People said Bravo is not a part of the spinoff. Now, I put Bravo in here because I know there's a lot of people that really love Bravo. So here's what's going on. I will repeat it again. Hang on, my friend. This is some breaking news. Here we go.
Comcast greenlights $7 billion spinoff of NBC Universal cable channels. New venture will house channels like E!USA and MSNBC, company to announce several leadership changes. By Amol Sharma. November 19, 2024. 6:41 p.m. Eastern Time. Comcast is expected to announce Wednesday that it is moving forward with a plan to spin off its NBC Universal cable TV networks, according to people familiar with the situation, acknowledging that it will be better off without a business that was once its crown jewel. The company, which last month said it was studying the idea, will separate off entertainment and news channels including MSNBC, CNBC, USA, Oxygen, Sci-Fi, and Golf Channel. Those assets generated about $7 billion in revenue in the 12 months ended September 30th. Bravo, known for reality TV programming such as The Real Housewives, will stay in the mothership, along with the Peacock streaming service and the NBC broadcast network, the People said. Comcast is betting that NBC Universal's remaining assets, including in broadcast TV, sports, movies, and theme parks, will be better positioned for growth, and that its strong balance sheet can absorb the loss of still healthy profits from cable networks. The new cable venture would likely need greater scale to thrive, media executives say. Comcast's leadership sees the potential for it to consolidate other networks across the dial over time. To hear the full story, subscribe, or sign in.
So I want to bring something up to y'all. Now, y'all remember this video right here. Right here, in the words of Whitney Houston, where do broken hearts go? Do they find their way home? Y'all remember that thumbnail where I showed a broken heart with NBC Universal and a broken heart with Bravo? We're going to listen to this because I talked about this 2 weeks ago. Now, of course, it didn't get a lot of views. It only got 57 views and 11 likes, but I was trying to tell y'all a little bit in advance of what was going on. So let me get this up here so y'all can get the context here. Give it a moment. Hey, what up, though? How y'all feeling? Everybody good? Your man, your friend, and family member, Brain Lee here. Once again, this is another edition of Brain Lee's Virtual Tour Pit Stop, and everything on this channel is allegedly, in my opinions, for entertainment purposes only. Once again, everything on this channel is allegedly, in my opinions, for entertainment purposes only. Once again, everything on this channel is allegedly, in my opinions, for entertainment purposes only. So listen. Hey, all the teens. This is some news that you need to know for sure. From the Hollywood Reporter, Comcast says it may spin off cable networks and seeks a streaming partner amid TV business tumult. The company disclosed its plans on its earnings call Thursday. This came out today at 5:48 a.m. Pacific time, which would be, let me see. I know it would be kind of early over here because when I saw it on my Google feed, it came out like an hour ago. PST to EST. And hey, everybody.
So this came out around like 8:48 a.m. this morning. But either way, this is breaking news. Okay, so here we go. Let's get into it. During a tumultuous moment for the TV business, NBC Universal owner Comcast says that it may pursue some major deals to adapt to the changing environment. For starters, Comcast President Mike Cavanaugh said that the company is weighing a spinoff of its cable networks, which include USA Network, Bravo, MSNBC, CNBC, and Sci-Fi. Now, you did hear Oxygen. You didn't hear the E Network, right? He emphasized that the NBC broadcast network and Peacock will remain with the core company. Of course it would, because that is a major network. And NBC Universal also owned the theme parks.
Correct.
Universal theme parks. So just like Disney has ABC, NBC has Universal. Like many of our peers in media, we are experiencing the effects of the transition in our video businesses and have been studying the best path for these assets.
Pay attention to the moves being made. You'll understand what's in front of you.
Owned by our
I talked about this 2 weeks ago.
Comprised of our strong portfolio.
Nobody else covered it.
Position them to take advantage of opportunities in the changing media landscape and creating value for our shareholders. Kavanaugh told Comcast third quarter earnings conference call on Thursdays. We are not Thursdays, but Thursday. We are not ready to talk about any specifics yet, but we'll be back to you if and when we reach firm conclusions. He added that the company is interested in seeking a partner for its Peacock streaming service in a bid to grow the business. Now, there have been conversations, I believe, to team up with Paramount Plus. So that has been a thing that Peacock and Paramount Plus has wanted to team up before. And
all the team in China, I try to tell people, but I'm not the biggest messenger, child. But believe you me, this will be covered in the morning. Believe you me.
As you know, we chose not to participate in the merger acquisition process around Paramount in the earlier part of this year.
This is why I came up as the media nerd of social media.
Said spinning out the cable networks would transform the company's TV business and would lead to complications for MSNBC and CNBC, which are currently being integrated into NBC News. Similarly, shows from Bravo like Watch What Happens Live and the Real Housewives franchise are popular on streaming service Peacock. There has been speculation in the industry that a legacy company with cable channels would launch a roll-up vehicle, something that will acquire the other channels to build scale, give it the ability to drive harder bargains with pay TV providers and pursue other options in streaming. Kavanaugh declined to address that directly on the call, but said if they do pursue a spinoff, it could place offense. On the streaming front, while Peacock has acceptable scale, it now has 36 million subscribers. Comcast clearly thinks that working with another partner can make it a more compelling competitor to Netflix. The two possible logistical partners are Paramount Plus, with executives there openly discussing a partnership, or Warner Bros. Discovery Max. As for the decision to announce their decision to look into the possibilities, Kavanaugh said that they want to disclose the idea to Wall Street early rather than have it leak out later. The reason why we're announcing it here is that we want to study it. There are a lot of questions to which we don't have answers, Kavanaugh said. So we want to do the work with transparency around it so that, as you know, rumors fly and the like, you know, we expect that, but we want our shareholders to understand what we are willing to look at. So this is huge. This is paramount. Yes, pun intended.
Unintended,
okay?
Paramount.
Pun intended. This is interesting. This is interesting. Wow. So let's think about this, right? Because we all know that Bravo has been in some lawsuits, right? So imagine it being up for sale. Now, we all know that Disney does not have a black network. Now they could take all the networks that they have, bring it over to Disney, and tell you. I think that Fox showcases the power of reality. You know, they don't. Excuse me. Fox used to have a show, not a show, but they used to have a channel called Fox Reality Channel. It was a channel that you had to dig into the guide to find. But this is so interesting. So, like I said, let's take a look at this, right? So, all the channels that are up: MSNBC, CNBC, and Sci-Fi, and USA Network. USA Network is more of a general entertainment network.
Yes, it is.
I could see ABC, CBS definitely getting that property, or even, well, I mean, the CW could use USA Network to combine with the CW to create a bigger network, but you can't create a bigger network without content. Sci-Fi, I think, because it's science fiction, right? I think they probably need a rebrand to say, hey, we are the channel for nerds, and we go into the spaces of anime and nerd culture, this, that, and the third. That used to be G4, right? So they could rebrand Sci-Fi.
Attack of the
CNBC is a huge hot property
Play
that
I think what else?
ABC does not have a business
Those are
network.
two of their biggest shows. They had
Fox has Fox Business, so they couldn't really get after it. CBS, they are struggling in third place, so I don't think that CBS really wants CNBC. And then MSNBC, well, that's a hot property that, I say that MSNBC is a hot property because I remember Mark Cuban saying that he wanted to buy Fox News. So the fact that this is up for grabs for networks or anybody like a Mark Cuban to get is huge. Now, the reason why I brought this story up was because of the Bravo angle. If Bravo left NBC Universal, then you have to make decisions on, do you keep the Housewives? Do you keep Watch What Happens Live? Do you evolve the content, or do you just buy it and just leave it there, in the words of Sassy? And I truly think that these spinoffs of these networks are to the point of trying to hemorrhage and save trying to stop the bleeding, rather. They don't want hemorrhaging to the point where they have to go by the market and not them controlling the market. So that's why I think on this, it's very, very interesting. Of course, as you guys know, WeTV is also a power player in the world reality TV. So
full hour chat.
Could AMC spin off WeTV, or could WeTV and Bravo combine to make a bigger network? I am sure. The possibilities are endless with this one. So I just wanted to come on just to give y'all this. It is going to be a destination tonight on Virtual Tour Live, but I remember Tanya B saying, upload videos. I'm like, okay, I'm trying here. I'm trying to upload a video. So we shall see what is going on with this. But yeah, thank you all so much. One love, much love, all love. Bye.
And then, the signature. So like I said, I covered this October 31st, 2024. And here is the article right here that I read from the Hollywood Report. Comcast says it may spin off cable networks seeking a streaming partner amid business TV tumult. So yeah, this is the article that I read right here. So here's the thing. This came out 2 hours ago from the Wall Street Journal. So I will let y'all hear the article here. Now, of course, I can't get to it because you got to have a subscription, but thankfully you can listen to it. So here we go.
Comcast greenlights $7 billion spinoff of NBC Universal cable channels. New venture will house channels like USA and MSNBC, company to announce several leadership changes. By Amol Sharma. November 19th, 2024. 6:41 p.m. Eastern Time. Comcast is expected to announce Wednesday that it is moving forward with a plan to spin off its NBC Universal cable TV networks, according to people familiar with the situation, acknowledging that it will be better off without a business that was once its crown jewel.
Listen to the
The
whole
company,
story.
which last month said it was studying the idea, will separate off entertainment and news channels including MSNBC, CNBC, USA, Oxygen, Sci-Fi, and Golf Channel. Those assets generated about $7 billion in revenue in the 12 months ended September 30th. Bravo, known for reality TV programming such as The Real Housewives, will stay in the mothership, along with the Peacock streaming service and the NBC broadcast network, the People said. Comcast is betting that NBC Universal's remaining assets, including in broadcast TV, sports, movies, and theme parks, will be better positioned for growth, and that its strong balance sheet can absorb the loss of still healthy profits from cable networks. The new cable venture would likely need greater scale to thrive, media executives say. Comcast's leadership sees the potential for it to consolidate other networks across the dial over time. To hear the full story, subscribe or sign in.
So, Ms. Z and everybody, Bravo is not being sold. It is staying within the NBC Universal fan. But this is big news because, as it says here, Comcast is moving forward with the spinoff of its cable network, CNBC, which is their business news network, MSNBC, their cable news network, and the E network, according to people familiar with the matter. The spinoff is expected to take about a year. The people said Bravo is not, I repeat, is not a part of the spinoff they added. Comcast President Mike Cavanaugh said during the company's quarterly earnings call in October that it was considering spinning off the cable networks. Comcast is moving forward with the spinoff of its cable networks. People familiar with the matter told CNBC on Tuesday. The separation is expected to take about a year, and an announcement from the company could come as early as Wednesday. The people said the new entity will be led by Mark Lazarus, the current chairman of NBC Universal's media group. One of the people said NBC Universal's chief financial officer, Andy Keeney, will serve as the chief financial officer and operating chief of the new entity, the person said. Comcast Chairman and CEO Brian Roberts will maintain a voting position in the company, but will not serve as an officer or on the board of directors. The person at the spinoff will be tax-free, and the share structure of the new entity will mirror that of Comcast, according to the person. The company had announced during its quarterly earnings call in October that it was considering, remember, keyword, considering a split of the cable networks. Comcast President Mike Cavanaugh has said the company was exploring creating a new, well-capitalized company owned by our shareholders and comprised of our strong portfolio of cable networks. Comcast is moving forward with the decision as millions of customers exited the traditional pay TV bundle in favor of streaming. The company has been beefing up NBC Universal's streaming platform Peacock in recent years. Comcast shares was up more than 2% in after-hours trading. The networks that are part of the spinoff include E, Sci-Fi, the Golf Channel, USA Network, and Oxygen. Now, remember, for those of you who may not know what Oxygen is about, Oxygen was a woman's entertainment network, and Oprah had a stake in it to the point where she had Oprah after the show. And then Oxygen changed to a true crime channel. Okay. USA Network has always been more of a general entertainment network that was actually in partnership with Madison Square Garden, and that is the home of WWE. Now, Monday Night Raw and SmackDown was on USA Network, and that's an integral part of USA Network. That's how they've been able to have the reach, right? And then they filled it out with sitcoms and dramas and game shows and everything in between. Now, Monday Night Raw moved off from USA Network and is going to Netflix in January. SmackDown was on USA Network, but then it moved to Fox. But now it's moving back to USA Network. So as you can see here, because they're spin off these networks, whoever gets the networks will also have to deal with not just the licensing of the content and the programs, but also the contracts. So whoever gets USA Network, will they also get the contract for the WWE, or that be a separate contract negotiated out with the new parties involved of the ownership, right? Let's see here. A person close to the matter said that the networks that are part of the spinoff also include Sci-Fi, the Golf Channel, USA Network, and Oxygen. A person close to the matter said Bravo will remain a part of Comcast, NBC Universal, since its content is heavily featured on Peacock. One of the people said Kavanaugh has said in October that NBC Universal's broadcast network, NBC, and Peacock will remain with Comcast. Of course, it would, because Peacock is the Netflix of NBC, just like Disney Plus is the Netflix of Disney, just like Max is the Netflix of OWN and CNN and Cartoon Network and all of that, right? So, although cord cutting has impacted the business, traditional TV networks remain cash cows for media business. Comcast reported in October that third quarter revenue for its media segment, which is mainly comprised of TV networks, was up nearly 37% to $8.23 billion. I'm gonna say it two more times. $8.23 billion. $8.23 billion. So that's $8.23 billion. Largely due to the Olympics without the Summer Games, revenue was almost up 5%. The spinoff will take roughly a year as the company figures out whether licensing agreements need to be put in place and whether MSNBC and CNBC will continue to work with NBC News. Two of the people said the spinoff was first reported by the Wall Street Journal. CNBC's Julia Borstein contributed to this article. This is breaking news. Please refresh for updates. This is a breaking news story. Okay. It is moving at a very, very, very fast pace. So whenever I think about media news like this, I think of my good old media map. Okay, I think of my good old media map here. Yes, indeed. So let's go to the media map. By the way, this media map is from my good friend. I say good friend, not as a good friend to me, but a good friend of an industry, friend in association with the media industry. So here is the media universe. Okay, so we have all the networks up for sale. So we have, let me see here. So we have, Sci-Fi, Golf, USA, and Oxygen, right? So if we're looking at, this media map, right? And let's zoom in here, right? Let's zoom in. So if I'm looking at the E network, right? If I'm looking at the E network, you see right here, you got ESPN, Disney Channel, and Freeform, right? So let's look at Disney. Y'all know I love Disney. Let's look at Disney. So Freeform network. Now, Freeform is a basic cable channel that's supposed to be reaching young adults or freeformers. It used to be known as ABC Family, and y'all know the jingle is the 25 Days of Christmas on ABC Family. Da-da. So this network was geared to people in the 18 to 34 age range, just like Teen Nick is a part of the Nickelodeon family, right? So as of September 2023, Freeform was available to more than 55 million households in the United States. Now, if we pull up the E network here, watch what I tell you here, because E's a very hot property. They have, E Live on the Red Carpet. They also have the People's Choice Awards. They have the People's Country Music Awards as well. So they have a lot of good stuff. And Look at this. In 1997, Comcast, one of the minority partners, teamed up with Disney ABC cable networks to buy the channel after Time Warner had exercised their agreement. Okay, so history's repeating itself. Hang on one second. So right here, as of November 2023, it reached 71 million households. Watch this. Hey, how I see TV. Good to see you, my beautiful queen. There, good to see you. I miss some of that. Did it say what it might mean for the reality shows on NBC? Could this be why Dubai was canceled? No. So that was a separate thing. Just like, for example, there's a new version of the Housewives for London with HAYU. So that is a streamer in London. So NBC, what they do is they do licensing agreements, just like how we're going to talk about in the morning about inside the NBA on TNT, because there's some questions about that. I'm going to break that down. So there's this guy named Pat McAfee. He licensed his show to ESPN, but he still owns the show. So that's how licensing works. So if I wanted to do the Housewives of Arkansas, right? The Real Housewives of Little Rock, and I pay NBC a fee to license that brand, right? And then in exchange, they air it on NBC or Bravo. Okay, so that's how that works. So let's combine 71 million households for E. Let's see here. So 71 million households plus Freeform 55. What's going on? Oh my Lord. Okay, you know what? I know what that is. That's probably Beyonce. Yep, that's okay. We erase the song. That's fine. Erase song. That's totally fine. So the show we just did is partially blocked. Give it a moment, y'all. It's got to erase the Beyonce song. But anyway, back to the numbers here. So if Freeform and E were to combine, that is a network of 126 million people reached. Now, I think Disney will probably have the best bet to buy the E network because, like I said, they have the People's Choice Awards, they have E Live on the red carpet, and ladies and gentlemen, follow the bouncing ball here. Follow the bouncing ball here, because my media brain is about to be braining here in just a minute. So let me get the Grammys up. For those of you who do not know, the Grammys is moving from CBS. So 2025, 2026, it will be on CBS, but in 2027, it will be live on ABC, Hulu, and Disney Plus, and it's a 10-year deal through 2036. As a part of this deal, the Recording Academy will also produce multiple Grammy-branded music specials and additional new program for artists around the world across Disney platforms. They do have a show called American Idol. Okay, they do have a show called American Idol. So imagine, if you will, Disney buying E and combining it with Freeform, and that is the E network in the Disney umbrella. Now that the Grammys will be simulcasting in 2027, now you got E Live from the red carpet at the Grammys, which can be simulcasted on ABC, Hulu, Disney Plus, and E. So do y'all see where I'm going here with all this? Okay, so that's the E network. I truly believe that Disney will probably buy the E network. Now, will they buy it? No, because Bob Iger said that they don't need any more assets. I believe that is bullshit. I absolutely believe that is bullshit, because at the beginning, middle, end of the day, Disney has this problem of they do not understand that adults grow up. And with Hulu only being in the United States of America, if you have the E network, guess what? That can be a partnership with the E network, so you can have Hulu programming on E and E programming on Hulu, which means you own more content. And not to mention too, watch this, everybody, watch this, because once you look at this right here, because not only will they own the network, but they will also own E Online, and they have E Australia, New Zealand, E Canada, E Europe, E Asia, the Philippines, Israel, Latin America, and South Korea, which means, follow me, people, follow me, Hulu will have to broadcast in Australia. So Hulu Australia, Hulu Canada, Hulu European or Europe, Hulu Asia, Hulu Philippines, Hulu Israel, Hulu Latin America, and Hulu South Korea. They have been in the U.S. for so long that this would be a hot commodity for Hulu to expand. I am thinking like a network CEO. So when it comes to USA Network, like I said, this is not going to be under NBC Universal anymore, right? So we got to go to our media universe map, back to the map here. Now, I don't think not NBC. I don't think Warner Bros. Discovery is going to get any of these networks. I don't think so. I really don't think so, because y'all remember CNN Plus flopped, right? So right now they're trying to bolster up Max, right? And so Warner Bros. Discovery, ESPN, Fox Sports 1, they are trying to do VNN Sports, which is like the network answer to Fubo Sports, FUBO Sports, but Fubo Sports blocked it. Now, let me flip it, reverse it, rewind it back. They are trying to expand themselves. So let's go to Warner Bros. Discovery. Warner Brothers. By the way, like, comment, share, subscribe if y'all are liking the vibe. By the way, breaking news, NBC Universal is going forward by spinning off their cable networks. Bravo will stay in the NBC family, but the others are being spun off. So what I'm doing right now is I am giving you my predictions of what companies could buy each network. Okay, that's what I'm doing right now. Now, as we go here to Warner Bros. Discovery, here is the portfolio. Here is the layout. Here is the scope of everything, right? So you have Investigation Discovery, you have TLC, TNT, Food Network, right? So you have all these, right? Let's look at this property right here, TNT Sports. Now, if you're wondering, wait a minute, where's True TV? They have rebranded True TV to TNT Sports, right? So let's look at TNT Sports. Okay, so here is TNT Sports. They have NHL, they have the Winter Classic, they have MLB on TBS, they have US Soccer, they have NASCAR, they have All Elite Wrestling, they have March Madness, they have the NBA. Inside the NBA is going to be licensed to ESPN. They have the match, they have the Bleacher Report. So I did say that I don't think Warner Bros. Discovery will get anything, right? If they bought the Golf Channel, let's go to the Golf Channel. So right here, I did not know this. So they have 59,000 paid television households, right? So let's look at TNT Sports, right? TNT Sports. Give it a moment, y'all. Okay. So TNT Sports, they don't really say. Let me see here. Give me a moment, y'all. How many audiences reach TNT Sports? Trying to see here. Give me a moment, y'all. Let's see. TNT Sports. How many U.S. households does TNT Sports reach? So TNT Sports, fuel the surge for Max. Hang on, y'all, because it doesn't give me a specific number. But I will say this though: the total number of max subscribers grew to 7.2 million, grew by 7.2 million to 110.5 million globally at the end of September. So I think TNT is at like 89 million households. But anyway, let's just say that TNT Sports, right? And here's TNT Sports. They don't really give us the numbers here of how far they are able to reach. But let's just say that they were able to reach 55 million households, right? Let's just say that. So we go back to the Golf Channel. So we got 59, right? We got 59 million households plus 55 million households for TNT Sports. That, ladies and gentlemen, will be a huge number right there, 114 million households, right? So if Warner Brothers Discovery, right, if Warner Brothers Discovery bought the Golf Channel and formed it into TNT Sports, that will help them be able to get more sports properties onto their network. Okay, so let's review here. Let's put this in the chat. So we're saying E is going to go over to Disney, right? Then we have Golf Channel to Warner Brothers Discovery, aka TNT Sports. Okay, so I got that. Okay, so the next network that we got is Oxygen. Now, Oxygen is a true crime network. That's more of a niche network. Now, I'm not saying that nobody is going to try to buy that, but we got to go to the map here. We got to go to the map. Now, this is going to be a little bit tricky because as I am looking on the map here, because like I said, that's true crime. That's a little bit more difficult. Not like I can't find something on the map, but that's a little bit tricky because that's a niche. That is a niche market. And maybe it can't be bought. Let's see here. I don't want to do Disney again because I'm trying to be diverse. Give me one moment. Give me one moment, y'all. Because this is interesting. This is interesting. Give me a moment, y'all. Give me one moment, y'all. Okay, so this is Ion Television. So they have basically been focusing on off-network reruns of existing series and marathon blocks of procurial dramas with occasional broadcasts of films, including TV films and during the Christmas season. Now, they have recently started to add WNBA programming. They've added this script spelling bee and all that stuff, right? So they've done some rebranding and they've plussed, in the words of Walt Disney, right? And of course, they have Bounce TV. Bounce TV's up for sale, but as you can see here, not only have they added WNBA, Women's Soccer League, but they're also trying to make Ion a general entertainment network, right? I want you to see this though. All these networks right here, as you can see, there's Court TV, there's Lav, there's Grit, there's Script News, there's Ion Plus, there's Ion Mystery. Let's go over here to Ion Mystery. Right here, formerly Escape and Court TV Mystery. So what they could do, because as you can see here, they have all this current programming, right? And they also have Crime 360, Crime Watch Daily. Now, they could, at Scripps TV, they could buy Oxygen and combine with Ion Mystery. So let's add that down. So now we got E is Disney, Golf Channel's Warner Bros. Discovery, aka TNT Sports, OXYGON. If I can spell, child. Give me a moment. OXYGEN. OXYGEN. We're going to say EW Scripps, aka Ion Mystery. Like I said, these are just predictions. I don't know if it's going to happen. So we got E, we got the Golf Channel, we got Oxygen. Now we just got USA Network and Sci-Fi, right? If I am thinking about USA Network right now, I told y'all USA Network is the home of WWE and SmackDown, right? Like I said, WWE Monday Night Raw is going to go over to Netflix, and SmackDown is going to come back to USA Network. However, Netflix said that they would never get into a broadcasting network situation. Let's go back to the map. Because there was at one point in time that Netflix could have bought NBC, the network, just like Bill Cosby tried to buy the network. Now, if Netflix bought USA Network, right? USA Network. Let's get USA Network here. So here it is here. A long-established partnership with WWF and WWE for many years, limited sports programming, and then USA will increase their sports coverage significantly after 2022. So it originally launched as the Madison Square Garden Sports Network. And then right here, USA Network began to cut back on scripted programming in favor of reality shows, television events, including scripted miniseries, live programming events, including WWE. In 2020, the network canceled Dare Me, The Purge, The Senator Treadstone, with the announcement that NBC Sports Network was shut down December 31st, 2021. And so it was sequentially revealed that USA and Peacock will collectively assume its remaining sports broadcast. Now, if Netflix bought USA Network, now Netflix has a whole network, right? Because guess what? Now you can broadcast WWE on Netflix and USA Network. And USA Network already has that partnership. So now we got USA Network to Netflix. Okay, so let's review. So we got Disney by E. We have the Golf Channel, Warner Bros. Discovery, aka TNT Sports, to expand TNT Sports. We got Oxygen going over to EW Scripps for Ion Mystery. And then we have USA Network being bought by Netflix. Even though they said they would never buy a network, but at this point, anything is game. So now we have Sci-Fi. Sci-fi is science fiction, right? It's a little bit harder. It's just a little bit harder to deal with, right? So now we go back to the map. Go back to the map. And like I said, y'all, everything that I'm saying is all alleged, right? So take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. I could be right, I could be wrong in my assessment. No, I don't want to use them again. I could, though, but I don't want to use them again. Okay, Paramount. Paramount is something that we have not looked at. Even though Paramount is in debt right now, let's look at Paramount. The brands that Paramount has. So they got BET, CBS, CBS Sports, CBS News, CBS Sports. They got CMT, they got Comedy Central, they got MTV, they got Paramount Network, Pluto TV, Showtime, Pop TV, TV Land. Now, TV Land is like old, you know, sitcoms and dramas and stuff. Now, let me look at something here. Paramount movies. Let me see the list. Paramount movies. So let's see, 2010. Try to see something. Paramount. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you very much, Google. Thank you very much, Google. So, if we look at what's going on in the world of sci-fi fiction films, y'all see there's always a way to do everything, right? So as you can see here, Star Trek is huge, as you can see. Transformers is huge, Terminator. So if sci-fi got bought by Paramount, even though Paramount is in $15.9 billion in debt, child, they absolutely could take Star Trek and, you know, Terminator and Transformers and even the show Halo and make that make sci-fi a whole new network based on their sci-fi content. That's the way I would go. So let me add that to the map. I did not know if sci-fi could be sold or not, but there it is. So we got sci-fi at Paramount. So we have most of the networks. Now we just have CNBC, and now we have MSNBC. Now this is where it gets real. So Fox is in an interesting position because they have Fox Business and they have Fox News, right? So CBS is in third place of their news division. They're not going to buy either network of MSNBC or CNBC. So take CBS out. Then you have NBC. They're not going to do it. The CW, I don't think that the CW can even be an option because right now the CW is trying to find out who they are. I have not brought up the CW at all. Thank you, Ms. Z, so much, child. Listen, I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into being the media nerd, social media. And listen, I know that I'm not the biggest messenger, but I am also a messenger. And this story is huge. The fact that Bravo's not being sold was smart on NBC's part. I think they are seeing that, okay, they have BravoCon. They have the, yes, the CW is still a channel, child. It is still a channel. It used to be UPN, turn it up, half and half, the Parkers, 1-on-1, America's Next Top Model. Y'all know the shows. There was, I think Charmed was on there, Dawson's Creek, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. There was so many shows on there. So now it's transformed to the CW. CW stood for CBS and Warner Bros. Discovery, but they sold it to Nexstar. Nexstar has News Nation. News Nation is that station that they're also trying to figure out who they are. They're trying to be a straight up and down, middle of the road network. They did a simulcast of the election on the CW. So if you saw News Nation on the CW, that's why, because News Nation and the CW is owned by Nexstar. But I'm not bringing up the CW because they have no fucking content. And they need a direction. I keep saying the CW needs to lean to Capture the Win network. What does Capture and Win look like for being in love? What does Capture and Win look like for activism? What does Capture and Win look like for your mental health or your physical health? What does Capture and Win look like in your older years? What does it look like being a young adult? What does it look like, Capture and Win, in the words of being in the realm of being an artist? So Capture the Win network and their slogan of Dare to Defy, they need to be the network that dare to defy what can be on TV and lean into Black and BIPOC content. There is no network besides BET and OWN and Aspire and Clio TV and Afro TV and Aspire TV that's owned by Aspire TV is owned by Magic Johnson. Respect to those networks. CW is a major television network. If they establish themselves in that, it's game over, because guess what? ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox, they are established. So they can only do diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging programming here and there. They can mix it in. But when you have a whole network dedicated to it, people are flocking money, dollars, cents right on over to the C motherfucking W. Okay. With that being said, the only thing I could see is MSNBC becoming ABC News Live. ABC News Live is their streaming service. So now ABC now has a cable network in their back pocket. And of course, think about CNBC. That's the business network. Would Disney want a business network? I believe that they would. So, with that being said, now I'm going to add Paramount. Then I got MSNBC and CNBC. I'm going to put ABC/Disney. But I'm also going to throw a wild card out there. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw out a wild card. But for that, we got to go back to the damn map, everybody. We got to go back to the map. We got to go back to the map here. We got to go back to the map. Don't you just love having fun? Oh, wait, we'll come back to you in a minute. Wait a minute. My media brain is braining here. Give me a moment. Sorry, y'all. Trying to find a random one. Now, of course, it has to make sense. It has to make sense, y'all. I'm just gonna throw something out there because I can. I'm gonna throw anything out there. It's got to have a reason behind it. Okay. So, as my media brain is braining right now, I am thinking of 3 different entities here. I am thinking Amazon, I am thinking iHeart, and I am thinking SiriusXM. Now, I will tell you why. iHeartMedia is the biggest right here. iHeartMedia, $290 million. I am thinking of iHeart because they're the biggest audio company in the world. Ryan Seacrest, The Breakfast Club, Big Boys Neighborhood, Steve Harvey, Mario Lopez. They have the talent. They have all these podcasts. Now, imagine, if you will, iHeartRadio having a news network that, guess what? They can simulcast their own news. So imagine the iHeart News Network, right? And they can have correspondents come on the iHeart News Network and simulcast on iHeart Radio. So that's that one. Then I'm thinking Sirius XM, because Sirius XM is satellite radio. That means no commercials, right? Now they did come out with Sirius XM Access, Sirius XM free access. Now this is a new plan. Now this is free, by the way. If you got a vehicle, well, Braylon's gonna hook you up real quick. So here it is here. Your trial may have ended, but you can still enjoy a variety of ad support channels for free. So tap into SiriusXM on your vehicle's touchscreen, tap subscribe and listen, and then you have all these free channels right here. So you have Sirius XM Hits 1, 90s on 9, Pop 2K, the 10 Spot, Caliente, Classic Rewind, Alt Nation, Lithium, Octane, Hip Hop Nation, The Heat, XM, Sirius XM Fly, The Highway, Y2K, Entree, BPM, Invino, Latina Vault, Holy Culture Radio, Grove Folk Jams, 362, and BB King's Bluesville. That's the music. Then you have sports, ESPN Radio, Fox Sports, NBC Sports Audio, and Infinity Sports Network. With news, you have Fox News headlines 24/7, CNN, MSNBC. You see where I'm going here, guys? BBC News World Service, NPR, PRX, and CBC Radio 1. Then you have Talk. You have Dr. Radio, the Catholic Channel, EWTN, Global Catholic Radio, Her Voices, HBCU. By the way, both of these two right here, I know this is Howard University. I think this one's Howard University as well. BYU Radio, Korea Today, and Slam Radio. And then, of course, you have Comedy Central Radio, and Conan O'Brien Radio. Now, let's go back to the news for a minute and MSNBC. Now, if SiriusXM has MSNBC as a news network, they own the news network. That means they can simulcast it on SiriusXM Radio, and they also have the visual element too. And if they get CNBC, then they also own the business network. So now SiriusXM has a TV network for news and business that they can simulcast and diversify all the audio content that they want to. And then I said Amazon, didn't I? I said Amazon because why? If you guys remember, I told y'all about election night with Brian Williams, right? And they said that this is not an attempt to get into broadcast news as motherfucking ass bullshit, because you want to get Brian Williams and you want to make a whole studio with all these different correspondents. Now, the Washington Post is owned by Jeff Bezos. You got 200 million members for Prime, right? You know, to buy same day and all that stuff, right? Let me see. Amazon Prime Video subscribers. So Amazon Prime Video has 220 million subscribers. So imagine if Amazon owns CNBC and MSNBC. Now Amazon has a news network and a TV network that, guess what, you can add to your Prime subscription. But out of all three of those, which one makes the most sense to me? I'm going to say Amazon. So, ABC, Disney for legacy. If I can spell legacy, child. Legacy. Legacy Media. And Amazon New Media. So right here, we no longer have the CW broadcast, Infinity here in ATL. I think they might be under a different name, and that could be the case too. The CW, they're trying to work out their ownership of stations, because you'll have CW 35 and all that stuff and ownership. So this is my map of what networks could buy what. So you have E. My pick for E is going to be Disney, combining with Freeform. form, and that'll be Disney's entertainment network, right? And I think if it goes over to Disney, they need to do a black minority pivot of we put the E in everybody being seen. You can't spell culture without E. I think that's the route to go. With the Golf Channel, you combine that with TNT Sports to expand the tent of who can see TNT Sports. Oxygen, WE Scripts, and that will combine with Ion Mystery, because now not only do you have that Ion Mystery fan base, but you also have the Oxygen True Crime fan base, two true crime channels coming together to form a major one. And then, of course, because Court TV is owned by WEW Scripts, they can break into Oxygen programming for live court coverage. Everything comes together. USA Network, I think Netflix will buy it because the WWE will be streaming on Netflix. And the WWE has had a partnership with USA Network for a very long time, so those will be easy ties to continue. Sci-Fi, going over to Paramount, you bring over the Star Trek series, you bring on the Transformer series, you bring over the Terminator series, and not to mention, too, you find those science fans. Now, of course, if you're the new owner, you can bend it to be able to make it new. But if I said that, if I was Paramount, I said, we are going to buy Sci-Fi. We are going into spaces for everybody. We're going to the spaces of the known and unknown, whether it's fiction or real. Welcome to Sci-Fi. That's the way that I will pivot that. Then you have MSNBC and CNBC. NBC, not NBC, but ABC and Disney for legacy media, because ABC News, if they had that, they would have more. Hey, Teresa Wright, welcome in, my friend. Good to see you here. They would have more correspondents to be on that ABC News cable network, right? But also, too, that means that you got to figure out if, ABC gets the newsrooms. You got to figure out as well, who's in charge of that, what will be the new name, because when you buy the network, you can change the network too. And then, of course, Disney having a business network, that also helps them out tremendously as well. But then Amazon, I say Amazon because that Brian Williams election special, and Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post. Those are my predictions of the networks that will buy off NBC Universal's network. So for those of you who are wondering, Braylon, what is going on? Why is your media brain braining, and why are you on? You were just on virtual tour live at 6 o'clock. You're right. Also, too, we go live when breaking news happens. So here is the tea. Let me get y'all that tea right here, and we're gonna listen to it. Here we go.
Comcast greenlights $7 billion spinoff of NBC Universal cable channels. New venture will house channels like USA and MSNBC, company to announce several leadership changes. By Amol Sharma. November 19th, 2024, 6:41 p.m. Eastern Time. Comcast is expected to announce Wednesday that it is moving forward with a plan to spin off its NBC Universal cable TV networks, according to people familiar with the situation, acknowledging that it will be better off without a business that was once its crown jewel. The company, which last month said it was studying the idea, will separate off entertainment and news channels including MSNBC, CNBC, USA, Oxygen, Sci-Fi, and Golf Channel. Those assets generated about $7 billion in revenue in the 12 months ended September 30th. Bravo, known for reality TV programming such as The Real Housewives, will stay in the mothership, along with the Peacock streaming service and the NBC broadcast network, the people said. Comcast is betting that NBC Universal's remaining assets, including in broadcast TV, sports, movies, and theme parks, will be better positioned for growth, and that its strong balance sheet can absorb the loss of still healthy profits from cable networks. The new cable venture would likely need greater scale to thrive, media executives say. Comcast's leadership sees the potential for it to consolidate other networks across the dial over time. To hear the full story, subscribe or sign in.
So that is the news there. So the Golf Channel, Oxygen, USA Network, and Sci-Fi, MSNBC, and CNBC, they are spinning off those networks. Bravo will be staying in the family. Y'all stay right there. I'm going to turn my camera now because we've done the whole show for over an hour. Stay right there. I'll be right back. We're live on tour. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Glad to have all you here. Hey, y'all, I am back. We are still live on tour. Glad to have all of you here. So, yes, that is the word on the curve, everybody. That is the word on the curve. That NBC Universal is selling off their cable network. So, as you can see, the networks right here, Golf Channel, Oxygen, USA Network, Sci-Fi Network, MSNBC, and CNBC. Will be sold off. They are greenlining the spinoff. I covered this about 2 weeks ago, and the thumbnail said, "Where do broken hearts go?" I'm sorry, in the words of Whitney Houston, "Where do broken hearts go, and do they find their way home?" And it had two broken hearts of NBC Universal and Bravo because they were exploring the spinoff. They didn't confirm anything at that time. This just came out about 2 hours ago as we were live on tour with our 9 destinations. I saw this. I'm like, okay, no, I got to cover it. I can't wait for the morning at 11 a.m. because by that time, then everybody else is going to be talking about it. So no, NBC Universal is selling off its cable networks. I put in the word Bravo because I know in this sector, there's a lot of people that really love Bravo. So Bravo will not be sold. It will stay in the NBC Universal family because they utilize the content off of they utilize the content on Peacock. And like I said too, Bravo has a lot of legs. They got the Miami event that's happening in December, and then of course they have BravoCon. I'm sure that they can do Bravo. I'm sure they can do Bravo Resorts. And y'all don't think that's a thing. Taco Bell had the Bell as a hotel for a branding experience. So anything is possible. Not to mention too, when you think about the Housewives in their entirety rather, that every Housewives has their own brand. They get their own products and services. I mean, Bethany Frankel was Skinny Girl. So the possibilities are endless when it comes to Bravo. So I think that's the reason why they are keeping Bravo in the fold. So, and of course, NBC and Peacock will also stay in the fold as well. So that is what's going on here. This just came out about a couple of hours ago on the social media streets here. So I will play that for you guys again. Here we go.
Comcast greenlights $7 billion spinoff of NBC Universal cable channels. New venture will house channels like USA and MSNBC, company to announce several leadership changes. By Amol Sharma. November 19th, 2024, 6:41 p.m. Eastern Time. Comcast is expected to announce Wednesday that it is moving forward with a plan to spin off its NBC Universal cable TV networks, according to people familiar with the situation, acknowledging that it will be better off without a business that was once its crown jewel. The company, which last month said it was studying the idea, will separate off entertainment and news channels including MSNBC, CNBC, USA, Oxygen, Sci-Fi, and Golf Channel. Those assets generated about $7 billion in revenue in the 12 months ended September 30th. Bravo, known for reality TV programming such as The Real Housewives, will stay in the mothership, along with the Peacock streaming service and the NBC broadcast network, the people said. Comcast is betting that NBC Universal's remaining assets, including in broadcast TV, sports, movies, and theme parks, will be better positioned for growth, and that its strong balance sheet can absorb the loss of still healthy profits from cable networks. The new cable venture would likely need greater scale to thrive, media executives say. Comcast's leadership sees the potential for it to consolidate other networks across the dial over time. To hear the full story, subscribe or sign in.
So that is the tea right there, that NBC Universal will be selling off their cable networks there. I wanted to come on with you guys and share this breaking news because this is breaking news. You know what I mean? Even though Bravo is not getting sold, it is the fact that cable networks can be up for sale. And, that could also mean that, Warner Bros. Discovery could also want to, that also means that Warner Bros. Discovery could also want to sell some of their cable networks as well. So just wanted to say that. Like I said, this is a very huge thing. I didn't know how big this was going to be. I appreciate the people that are here. And of course, I know that some of y'all will probably catch this on the replay. But I wanted to come on here at least and make it do what it do for y'all, because I do believe that this is a very, very huge story. So yes, indeed. So if y'all see, anybody else talking about this, just know that I've been covering it first. You know what I mean? I try my very best to stay on the pulse of what's happening, but also have my own independent mind. And this is the reason why I do cape up as the media nerd or social media, because if you understand the moves that are being made on the board, you will understand the ending of the game. So a lot of you are like, well, wait a minute. How does NBC Universal selling off its cable networks relate to Bravo? Well, what if they would have sold off Bravo? Then guess what? I would have had to go to the map. By the way, shout out to Dora the Explorer. I'm the map. If Bravo was to be sold right now, let's just have some fun. Okay, it's not being sold. Bravo's not being sold. But if it had to be sold, right? If it had to be sold, I am going to assume, right? Because I'm just looking here, child. I really am just looking. No, I was going to say that, but no. Well, you know what? I'll say it. Fox right here, because guess what? Tubi has a great black collection. And listen, I know that some people don't like Tubi, but there was a channel back in the day. Hang on, let me pull it up, because there's a history. That this right here, guys, this was a thing. The Fox reality channel was an American pay television channel. It launched on May 24th, 2025, and was owned by the Fox Entertainment Group. It featured many shows that were originally on the Fox network or produced by Fox. The channel also featured reality shows syndicated from other networks such as ABC, CBS, NBC, the CW, and My Network TV, as well as many international shows from the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand. Not New Zealand, but New Zealand rather. And so, as you can see here, they have American Idol Extra, Camp Reality, Battle of the Boss, Bustin' and Disgusting, Give Me My Reality Show, Corkscrew, Long Way Down, My Fair Lady, Paradise Hotel 2. As you can see here, The Amazing Race, The Celebrity Mode, Divorce Court. Don't forget the lyrics, Hell's Kitchen, For Love or Money. So, as you can see, they had a lot of reality TV here, right? So, I'm not saying that Bravo was up for sale, that Fox would buy Bravo and just redo reality TV and just make Bravo just unscripted television. But y'all, Bravo is staying inside the NBC Universal family. I just wanted to have some fun. If Bravo did get sold, where do I think it could go? And I do think that Fox would buy Bravo. I do. The only other player I would see on the map here as I'm looking here is interesting. We'll come back to that in a minute. Now, I did talk about Lionsgate and Stars, child. Stars is potentially being sold, but I think Stars needs to combine with Bounce TV, and that needs to be that. So I'm not even going to bring Stars to the conversation about any of the networks. Now, I think Stars could. Now, if E and Stars came together, I think that would be good. I don't think that would be a bad thing because Stars has a great unscripted catalog, and I think if Stars handled the scripted, and then E handled the unscripted, then okay. But the other one I was going to say is Roku right here, Roku, because everybody you know has a Roku. So imagine if Roku bought Bravo, and they could do Bravo content on Roku. All the reused clips and everything. So now Roku has their own unscripted network to produce Roku shows on Bravo, and then some Bravo shows that may not make it on Bravo can go over to Roku. So free media for all. So that's why I was thinking with Bravo, if it was to be sold, which it's not, but if it was to be sold, I would probably call Roku, and also I would call who did I say I would call? I would call Roku and Fox. Yep. But also too, Bravo could have been bought by Google. I'm gonna say it. Bravo could have been bought by Google. And why do I say that? Because what clips on YouTube, everybody, go the most viral? Unscripted clips all the time go viral. And not to mention the reality TV clips on YouTube. For example, prime example, this is no shade. This happened on reality TV, so I gotta bring it up.
It's not just feeding the hungry only on Thanksgiving. It's an everyday situation. You know what I mean? This is 265 days a year.
That is funny. 265 days? Where the hell that bitch live at?
So that clip has went viral many, many, many times over, right? That clip has went over many, many times over on YouTube. So imagine YouTube being the great equalizer for reality TV, buying Bravo. So now guess what? We can play Bravo clips on our YouTube channels. And then YouTube content creators that want to do unscripted programming, they can air their shows on Bravo. There you go. See? You see where I'm going here? My media brain is braining here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. In case you don't know where you're at, let me just show you that iconic intro here. Skadoosh. Hello, everybody. Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. The breaking news here is this right here. Let me get y'all on that story here. In case y'all did not know. Here we go.
Comcast greenlights $7 billion spinoff of NBC Universal cable channels. New venture will house channels like E!, USA, and MSNBC, company to announce several leadership changes. By Amol Sharma. November 19th, 2024. 6:41 p.m. Eastern Time. Comcast is expected to announce Wednesday that it is moving forward with a plan to spin off its NBC Universal cable TV networks, according to people familiar with the situation, acknowledging that it will be better off without a business that was once its crown jewel. The company, which last month said it was studying the idea, will separate off entertainment and news channels including MSNBC, CNBC, USA, Oxygen, E!, Sci-Fi, and Golf Channel. Those assets generated about $7 billion in revenue in the 12 months ended September 30th. Bravo, known for reality TV programming such as The Real Housewives, will stay in the mothership, along with the Peacock streaming service and the NBC broadcast network, the people said. Comcast is betting that NBC Universal's remaining assets, including in broadcast TV, sports, movies, and theme parks, will be better positioned for growth, and that its strong balance sheet can absorb the loss of still healthy profits from cable networks. The new cable venture would likely need greater scale to thrive, media executives say. Comcast's leadership sees the potential for it to consolidate other networks across the dial over time. To hear the full story, subscribe or sign in.
So that is the story as of right now. This came out about 2 hours ago here. Let me give y'all the intel here because I literally just typed in. Let me actually copy and paste it here. Oh, no, don't want to do that. Let me do this. And right here, as y'all can see, this is real time. So the exclusive from Wall Street Journal came out 3 hours ago. Newsmax has covered that hour ago. 3 hours ago, right there from MSN, and then Investopedia. Comcast stock climbs on anticipation of $7 billion spinoff of NBC Universal Cable Network. So this is a fast moving story here. And then right there, Comcast will get to form a new standalone company for its cable networks. President Mike Kavanaugh said. So this is going to be a very fast moving story. I just wanted to come on with you guys for just a little bit and give y'all some and just fill y'all in with what's going on. So if you guys do see the news coming up tomorrow, then just know that I've already covered it. I was the first one to cover it 2 weeks ago when they said that this could be a possibility. And yeah, so I just, I wanted to, let you guys know what was up. So I'm going to be here as long as y'all need me to be here. We got 6 people in the building. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay right here for 1 quick second. I'm still live with y'all right here on tour. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Glad to have all you here. So yes, indeed, we are just here chilling out. Like I said, this is a fast-moving story. I don't know if anybody else is going to cover this thing here, but at least wanted to come on and cover it for you guys. I'll drop the link real quick if anybody wants to come on up and give their take on the news of it being sold. You love sci-fi, yes, indeed. My aunt, she would have sci-fi on her TV all the time. Just like my uncle, God rest his soul, he would watch USA Network on Monday nights and watch Monday Night Raw. Television is like comfort food. While you may not always eat that, you want it to be an option. You know what I mean? So I will drop the link there, and let me pin the link here. And thank you, Miss Z, so much. I appreciate you so much for the love there. Let me pin this comment here. Thank you guys for the 26 likes. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. Thank you all so much. So yes, indeed, the link is pinned if anybody wants to come on up here. Like I said, glad to have all of you here. Like I said, tomorrow morning we'll have a show for you guys at 11 a.m. Then at 6 p.m. we're gonna have the Real Housewives of Potomac review, because we are following Potomac. We are. And then at 8:30 p.m. 8:30 p.m. We are going to, and this is so exciting. We're going to have the review of Lisa Ray McCoy and Carlos King. I watched the interview. Good interview. And I know that you guys, I know you guys don't care for Carlos King, but we're watching Queen's Court, so we will be reviewing it here. So here it is here, 8:30 p.m. tomorrow night. So live in 22 hours right there. So we will be reviewing that there. So please be here at 8:30. So you guys are getting not one, not two, but 3 shows tomorrow. 3 shows in one day. Jesus, be a fence all around me every day. Did not know Carlos did this till I was at work, and I'm like, oh, damn. Can't rest for nothing. But trust me, I took all my notes, and we do have a lot to talk about, so please be here for that. Should be a good time at 8:30. And then, of course, like I said, we'll do Real Housewives of Potomac at We'll review Real Housewives of Potomac at 6 p.m. And then, of course, we'll do our 11 a.m. morning edition of Virtual Tour Live. So Wednesday is going to be a jam-packed day, per usual. Usually I only do like 2 shows on Wednesday, but, with this interview, I'm going to have to cover it. So yes, indeed here. Five people in the building. Thank you all so much for being here. Appreciate y'all. Like I said, if you guys want to know what is going on, let me give y'all the tea here. Right here. Here we go. Listen to it. Roll it.
Comcast greenlights $7 billion spinoff of NBC Universal cable channels. New venture will house channels like USA and MSNBC, company to announce several leadership changes. By Amol Sharma. November 19, 2024, 6:41 p.m. Eastern Time. Comcast is expected to announce Wednesday that it is moving forward with a plan to spin off its NBC Universal cable TV networks, according to people familiar with the situation, acknowledging that it will be better off without a business that was once its crown jewel. The company, which last month said it was studying the idea, will separate off entertainment and news channels including MSNBC, CNBC, USA, Oxygen, Sci-Fi, and Golf Channel. Those assets generated about $7 billion in revenue in the 12 months ended September 30th. Bravo, known for reality TV programming such as The Real Housewives, will stay in the mothership, along with the Peacock streaming service and the NBC broadcast network, the People said. Comcast is betting that NBC Universal's remaining assets, including in broadcast TV, sports, movies, and theme parks, will be better positioned for growth, and that its strong balance sheet can absorb the loss of still healthy profits from cable networks. The new cable venture would likely need greater scale to thrive, media executives say. Comcast's leadership sees the potential for it to consolidate other networks across the dial over time. To hear the full story, subscribe or sign in.
So there you go. That is the story right there, that NBC Universal will be selling off some of its networks. I gave my predictions. I said E will be going over to Disney. Golf Channel will be going over to Warner Bros. Discovery to expand the tent for TNT Sports. I said Oxygen will go over to EW Scripts for Ion Mystery there to combine that, because Ion Mystery already has scripted programming for, crime and drama and mystery. So now you add Oxygen to that. Then you have USA Network being bought by Netflix, because as you may or may not know, the WWE Monday Night Raw will be broadcasting on Netflix next year. But if they buy USA Network, then guess what? Now they can broadcast on the streaming side and on the linear television side. That you have Sci-Fi going to Paramount with Star Trek, Transformers, and Terminator. Then you have CNBC and MSNBC going over to ABC, Disney for Legacy, my Legacy media pick, and then Amazon for new media because of that Brian Williams Election Night special, and also too because Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post. So those are my media picks for how the networks will get sold. Now, of course, this is not official. Okay, I just want to say that this is not official. Once again, this is not official. Okay, so I just want that to be clearly stated, because I do not want people to be like, Braylon said Disney's going to buy E. That's not the case. That's not the case. This is a prediction. This whole video is a prediction. It's Braylon and prediction combined. But like I said, this is just speculation, thoughts, my perspective on what I am seeing here. Like I said, I wish this is the reason why rather there should be a 24/7 media news network, entertainment news network, because if that was the case, I would be on right now giving all of this on national television. But hey, you do what you can, what you got while you have it. You know what I mean? So. Hey, welcome into the Onyx Collab, everybody. Glad to have all of you here. So I am live on YouTube with my virtual tour family here. And NBC Universal is selling off its cable networks. E Network, Golf Channel, Oxygen, USA Network, Sci-Fi, MSNBC, and CNBC. So they're selling off seven networks. Bravo will still be in the NBC Universal family. Literally, I was doing virtual tour live from 6 p.m. Right until I think 8:20, somewhere around there. And I saw this story. I'm like, nope, going live, talking about it. And so I am live right now with my people. I think I'm going to keep it open until at least 140, maybe 150, because I got 8 people here in the building with me now. Like, comment, share, subscribe to all of you. Glad to have all of you here. And so, yeah, that is the story here. So like, comment, share, subscribe to all of you on YouTube. And I'm here inside the Onyx Collab on Clubhouse. Glad to have all of you here. Woo, child, it's big news. It is. And like I said, let me type in Let me type in NBC Universal. Let me see here. So when I hit Bravo, that's not what I'm looking for. Hang on. Like I said, it's going to take a minute to get into the. Okay, there we go. Got that screenshot. Yes, indeed, there. Yes, indeed, y'all. Glad to have all of y'all here in the building with me. And thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. So like I said, I'm here with y'all as long as y'all need me to be here. Do y'all have any questions for me? What are your thoughts about it? Are you excited about it? Do you even care about it? I mean, some of y'all can say, Bray, you did your job. I'm proud of you. Of course, you are the media nerd of social media, but Bray, these are rich people problems. Like, what's your take on it? I would love to hear from you. Like I said, the link is pinned if you want to come on up and give your take on it or give your opinion in the live chat. By the way, shout out to all the T in China who's a content creator. Thank you so much to all the T in China. Like, I'm sure, subscribe to her. CC, thank you so much for being here. Teresa Wright, thank you. Miss Z, thank you for being here. Also, the $5 super chat. Thank you so much for that, my friend. How's seeing TV? Our Jamaican Queen, glad to have you here. Thank you so much for being here as well. Sister Soldier, welcome in. Glad to have you here as well. Nikki News of Narcissism is also a content creator as well. Glad to have you here as well. Oh, child, a lot going on. And by the way, y'all, shout out to Captain Venus. She got to interview Sweet Tea today from Married to Medicine on Bravo. So shout out to her. So damn proud of her. Yes, indeed. So damn proud. So yes, indeed. So we are just here chilling, as you can see here. And thank you guys for the 27 likes. I appreciate y'all. In case y'all did not know, here is the news. Play.
Comcast greenlights $7 billion spinoff of NBC Universal cable channels. New venture will house channels like USA and MSNBC, company to announce several leadership changes. By Amol Sharma. November 19th, 2024. 6:41 p.m. Eastern Time. Comcast is expected to announce Wednesday that it is moving forward with a plan to spin off its NBC Universal cable TV networks, according to people familiar with the situation, acknowledging that it will be better off without a business that was once its crown jewel. The company, which last month said it was studying the idea, will separate off entertainment and news channels including MSNBC, CNBC, USA, Oxygen, Sci-Fi, and Golf Channel. Those assets generated about $7 billion in revenue in the 12 months ended September 30th. Bravo, known for reality TV programming such as The Real Housewives, will stay in the mothership, along with the Peacock streaming service and the NBC broadcast network, the People said. Comcast is betting that NBC Universal's remaining assets, including in broadcast TV, sports, movies, and theme parks, will be better positioned for growth, and that its strong balance sheet can absorb the loss of still healthy profits from cable networks. The new cable venture would likely need greater scale to thrive, media executives say. Comcast's leadership sees the potential for it to consolidate other networks across the dial over time. To hear the full story, subscribe or sign in.
Thank you so much, Wall Street Journal, for for that. By the way, that's where I got the exclusive. And of course, like I said, this is a fast moving story. As I refresh Google here, as you can see, 3 hours ago, Wall Street Journal first reported, then Investopedia, then Newsmax, and then MSN. By the way, MSNBC was a partnership with MSN, Microsoft, and NBC. So that's how that came to be. But yes, that is the story there. And they say it's going to be announced Wednesday. So that is the tea there. So glad to have all of you here. We are just chilling out. Like I said, I probably won't be on too long. Right here is where I covered it about 2 weeks ago, October 31st, 2024. Only got 57 views, but I did want to mention that I did mention this, a couple of weeks back. I don't think I really saw a lot of traction with this story on YouTube. Of course, you guys know how YouTube works. Sometimes the thing that you think should be trending doesn't trend right away. So it takes a minute for it to trend and make it do what it do. Hashtag yeah. But yeah, as soon as I saw that, that story come out, we were on tour together. And I said, okay, breaking news, got it. Understand the assignment, so made it do what it do. Oh yeah, just eating some Biscoff cookies. They're so good. Yes, indeed. So, but yes, indeed, y'all. So we are live on tour here. Hey, everybody. I'm still right here with you all. Still right here with you all. But yes, indeed, y'all. So yep, I'm gonna probably wrap it up here at probably 150 probably. But I just wanted to come on and spend a little time with you guys, just to let you guys know the news that NBC Universal is selling off their cable networks. Like I said, this will probably be trending in the morning, probably. Hang on, let's see here. No, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Yes, indeed. So, yep, we're just chilling out here, y'all. Like I said, I'll probably take it up to 1 hour, 50 minutes here. We're not going to be on too long. Just going to give like a quick commercial break and then end it. But I just want to come on, give y'all that news. I appreciate each and every person who likes the live, who came into the live chat. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really, really do. And this is why we should always be on alert, always looking around, but most of all, keeping our head on our purpose, and keeping our mind on our purpose, and keeping our soul on our purpose too. Because when we do that, we rise up together. Amen. Amen. Here, so I'm gonna let it ride out to 150. I'll play the story one more time. Here we go.
Comcast greenlights $7 billion spinoff of NBC Universal cable channels. New venture will house channels like USA and MSNBC, company to announce several leadership changes. By Amol Sharma.
Hang on, y'all.
November 19th, 2024. 6:41 p.m. Eastern Time. Comcast is expected to announce Wednesday that it is moving forward with a plan to spin off its NBC Universal cable TV networks, according to people familiar with the situation, acknowledging that it will be better off without a business that was once its crown jewel. The company, which last month said it was studying the idea, will separate off entertainment and news channels including MSNBC, CNBC, USA, Oxygen, Sci-Fi, and Golf Channel. Those assets generated about $7 billion in revenue in the 12 months ended September 30th. Bravo, known for reality TV programming such as The Real Housewives, will stay in the mothership, along with the Peacock streaming service and the NBC broadcast network, the people said. Comcast is betting that NBC Universal's remaining assets, including in broadcast TV, sports, movies, and theme parks, will be better positioned for growth, and that its strong balance sheet can absorb the loss of still healthy profits from cable networks. The new cable venture would likely need greater scale to thrive, media executives say. Comcast's leadership sees the potential for it to consolidate other networks across the dial over time. To hear the full story, subscribe or sign in.
So there you guys go right there. That is the news story right there. So how was your day, Michelle? But yes, indeed, y'all. So that is the story there. I will play it one more time for y'all, and then we will be on our way on out of here. But I just want to just come on with this, because I know, like I said in the morning, this will probably be trending. So here we go.
Comcast greenlights $7 billion spinoff of NBC Universal cable channels. New venture will house channels like USA and MSNBC, company to announce several leadership changes. By Amol Sharma. November 19th, 2024. 6:41 p.m. Eastern Time. Comcast is expected to announce Wednesday that it is moving forward with a plan to spin off its NBC Universal cable TV networks, according to people familiar with the situation, acknowledging that it will be better off without a business that was once its crown jewel. The company, which last month said it was studying the idea, will separate off entertainment and news channels including MSNBC, CNBC, USA, Oxygen, Sci-Fi, and Golf Channel. Those assets generated about $7 billion in revenue in the 12 months ended September 30th. Bravo, known for reality TV programming such as The Real Housewives, will stay in the mothership, along with the Peacock streaming service and the NBC broadcast network, the People said. Comcast is betting that NBC Universal's remaining assets, including in broadcast TV, sports, movies, and theme parks, will be better positioned for growth, and that its strong balance sheet can absorb the loss of still healthy profits from cable networks. The new cable venture would likely need greater scale to thrive, media executives say. Comcast's leadership sees the potential for it to consolidate other networks across the dial over time. To hear the full story, subscribe or sign in.
That is the story. One love, much love, all love. I feel the love and send it right back to you. Thank you for your heart, your mind, your soul, your perspective, and just your pure energy of seeing the best in me, for giving me a chance, but most of all, being able to give this space an opportunity to rise. So one love, much love, all love. Once again, I feel the love. Send it back to you. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. One love, much love, all love. Once again, bye, everybody. Have a great night. Love y'all. Bye-bye.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.